Hello, everybody. Dr. Victoria Hall here, director of the Raptor Center. I am so excited that you are joining us tonight. I am here with one of our seasoned veteran ambassador birds, Cricket, who is an American kestrel. And we are both very excited for the opportunity to introduce you to 5 new ambassador birds. Now, these are some of the most key members of the Raptor Center team, because these birds go out and they tell the story about what is happening here in the state of Minnesota, in the United States, in the world around us, to raptors and the ecosystem that we share. So we're very excited for you to tune in tonight. Thank you for joining us. And I'm going to turn it over to our education director, Melissa, to start introducing some of the new birds. Cricket, we're going to have to be a little quiet so we can hear.
Hello, my name is Melissa. I'm education director here at the Raptor Center, and I'd like you to meet one of our newest ambassador birds. This is Harley. He's a Harris's hawk. Harris hawks are really fabulous, interesting birds, and we are so grateful to have him as part of our ambassador bird team here at the Raptor Center. He's going to help us teach people, all of our audiences, about not only Harris hawks, but about raptors in general and how important they are to our ecosystems. Harley, in particular, came to us as a former falconry bird. So he's been in human care his entire life and thus is not a bird that will be returned to the wild. He has a great home here as one of our ambassadors. I love Harris hawks myself because they are such interesting animals. They're native to the desert southwestern part of our country, so not found here in Minnesota. And they actually hunt in social groups. They live, babies from one year will come back and help raise babies the following year, and they'll even hunt together like a pack of wolves or a pride of lions. It's super interesting. And being desert birds, they can't be too picky about their food, so they eat almost anything. Everything from small rodents to small mammals, lizards, snakes, even other birds. It's really sorry about that, Harley. Harley here at the Raptor Center feeds on a whole food diet of rats, mice, quail, and chicken in general. If you'd like to help support him and helping to provide their diets or their housing, you can make a donation to the Raptor Center. And you can come and meet Harley and our other ambassador birds in person by taking a tour of the Raptor Center or joining us at one of our upcoming events. Harley says, please do come and visit us today. And now we'll pass it along to introduce you to our next ambassador.
Hello everyone, my name is Jenna. This is Twig, our eastern screech owl. Twig here is one of our newest educational ambassadors, and he's a very special ambassador indeed because he is currently one of our screech owls that is training to be in front of people. And one of the very special things that he's doing right now is actually flying for some of our tours, which is very cool to see. Because they do fly like little moths, and they fly really silently as well, which is very cool. One of my favorite things about eastern screech owls is that they come in different colors, which is kind of fun. So for Twig, he is actually a red morph screech owl. There also are gray morph screech owls, which are the most common screech owls that people usually see, and there's also brown morphs as well. Now these little guys are cavity nesters, so they are mostly going to be found inside cavities that are created by woodpeckers and other sorts of creatures because it keeps them nice and safe. They use those beautiful feathers on their body to help them camouflage. Twig here eats lots of different foods at the Raptor Center. He gets a mixture between mice and day-old chick, and sometimes some chicken as well, which mimics their diet in the wild because they would be eating a lot of different things there too. They would even hunt moths, which is really cool. So a lot of times they're attracted to suburban areas because the lights in the summertime attract a lot of insects, and that is one of their tastiest treats that they like to hunt. One of the biggest threats that is facing screech owls right now is habitat loss and rodenticides. So in order for these guys to remain safe, they do need those tree cavities, not only to help them hide, but also it helps them find a spot to nest in. So a lot of times you'll find screech owl boxes that people can put up to help these little guys out so that they can create a nesting space for them. The more habitat loss there is, the less choices these guys have to have a place to nest, and a lot of times that can create territorial disputes as well. Twig here is starting to do tours at the Raptor Center, so if you're lucky enough to come by, you might see Twig in one of our tours since he's working on his training and making more appearances. I will go ahead and pass it off to the next ambassador.
Hi there, my name is Catherine and I'm the Education Program Coordinator here at the Raptor Center. I'd like to introduce you to one of our newest Raptor ambassadors, Vinci, the red-shouldered hawk. Vinci is still in training, so let's take a peek at what that training session looks like. Vinci is an exciting addition to our team because he will help us teach our audience about how red-shouldered hawks are important to our local ecosystem and the challenges they face. Vinci came to us from another facility that had to close and needed to find a good home for him. Right now, during this training session, we're working on cueing Vinci to a scale so that we can get an accurate weight on him. To positively reinforce his behavior, he is getting pieces of wrap, a common diet item. Red-shouldered hawks are skilled hunters, preying on small mammals such as rodents. By helping control rodent populations, they contribute to the ecological balance and reduce the impact of pests on crops and other vegetation. In the wild, red-shouldered hawks can be found in the eastern part of the United States and as far as the Midwest. They are best identified by their reddish underside and their strong banded tail. But red-shouldered hawks face challenges such as the use of pesticides. The use of pesticides, specifically certain chemicals, can pose a threat by contaminating their prey and affecting their overall health. If you want to help be involved in helping raptors like Vinci, head on over to our giving page. Stay tuned for an announcement about when Vinci will be doing public appearances, but until then, come take a tour of the Raptor Center to meet some of our other ambassador raptors. I'll pass things over to introduce you to our next ambassador.
Hi, my name is Evan. I'm a naturalist here at the Raptor Center, and this is AJ, our American kestrel. He is a new addition to our ambassador birds here at the Raptor Center. He came to us from a facility in Tennessee as a program bird. He is a human imprint, so he is unreleasable into the wild. But in the wild, American kestrels are really excellent at controlling insect populations because they love to hunt grasshoppers and dragonflies and other insects like that. Kestrels are migratory. They are the smallest falcon species that we get in Minnesota, so they are not hardy enough to withstand the winters up here, so they fly south for the winter, often following the dragonfly migration to maintain their food source as well. They live year-round in the southern United States and will winter over in Central and South America as well. AJ is an excellent ambassador bird. He is very comfortable in front of an audience, and he does really excellent things to help us promote the ecology and importance of kestrels in the Minnesota environment as well. We are really lucky to have him. Today he is eating a diet of chick, but he also eats mouse and occasionally rat or chicken. You can come meet AJ here in person at the Raptor Center, or come see him in an outreach program that we do. He is an excellent ambassador bird for his species, helping teach people all over the state about why kestrels are important and why we need to do conservation work to help preserve their habitat and food sources. Thank you for tuning in, and we will pass it off to the next ambassador.
Hello everyone, my name is Jenna and this is Willow, our new educational American barn owl. Willow here is just such a pleasure to work with because she's a really amazing species to talk about when it comes to conservation. Barn owls are really, really important because they help with rodent control, which I'm sure we've all had mice in our house before. It's not very fun. And as you all know, mice can probably reproduce really fast. So if we have a lot of mice in the ecosystem, you get a lot of damage to crops, etc., etc. And Willow here eats primarily mice. So she's able to hunt those mice and take down most of the rodent population that we don't want in our house, right? So they're kind of the ultimate form of rodent control. However, they are unfortunately facing threats of rat poisoning, so rodenticide, mouse poisoning, etc., because people try to use that to get rid of mice out of their house, right? And so unfortunately, these guys get poisoned by the rodenticide as well. So Willow is really important because she helps educate people all about how we can use other alternatives to rodenticide, like live traps, and keep these guys around in our environment. One of my absolute favorite things about barn owls is their amazing sense of hearing and their absolutely silent flight. They have one of the quietest flights of all the owls. A lot of owls have quiet flight, but her flight is extra, extra quiet because of all of these really tiny comb-like structures right on the edge of her wings that keep her nice and silent. She also has a very prominent facial disc, so this really cute heart-shaped face there that's not just there to make her look adorable. That helps her hear really well because it kind of acts like a satellite dish and funnels all of that sound towards her ears. Now, you're not going to find a lot of barn owls in Minnesota. It's a little bit too cold for them here. They're not super cold hardy, although Willow has a nice heated hutch to keep her nice and comfy. She also has an indoor space as well. But you're typically going to find more barn owls that are a little bit more in the southern states. If you would like to come meet Willow and some of our other ambassadors, please come book a tour at the Raptor Center. We also have some pretty fun special events that we host every once in a while, so make sure you stay tuned in for any of those as well.
Thank you so much for joining us. I know I had a lot of fun learning more about our 5 newest members of the team. I'm here with Lois, one of our most seasoned education ambassador birds, who has also been having an interesting time getting to watch as you meet all of our new additions. It's still Give to the Max Day. We go till midnight tonight. We are getting close to meeting our $60,000 match, so please consider continuing to give. There's also bonus prizes on all the giving platforms if you give for different hours and different drawings that happen. So thank you so much for your help supporting the Raptor Center. Thank you for spending time with us this evening, meeting some of our newest birds. And thank you for helping to get ill and injured birds back into the sky.